out here just knowing how to build an agency. Like, that's a huge deal, right? So I got you. If you're here, then that may mean that you're a brand new social media manager and you're wondering things like, how much should I be charging people for these services? What services do I even need to offer? Well, you are in the right place because I'm getting ready to tell you all those things plus a little bit more. So let's get started, shall we? Hey y'all, my name is Erica and I am your brand new social media manager, coach, as well as your biggest cheerleader. And I'm here to help you not only launch your social media management agency, but scale it, get the clients that you want. Okay, so boom. I started my social media management agency back in 2016. And it's because I walked into work one day and I got fired. So it really just became one of those things where I was trying to find a job. Like, I was looking for jobs in social media management. Unemployment was running out. And I'm like,
what we gonna do here? We can't just not have money.
So I sat there and I decided how much money I needed to make. So forget them groceries, forget all that. I'm talking about my mortgage. At that point, I still had a car payment. So it was like those things. How much money do I need to make in my business? When I tell y'all, I did not know what I was doing. I did not know what I was doing. But I sat down and I made the decision that I don't have any other choice right now. Like, I have to make this pop. So over time, your girl built a 6-figure plus social media management agency just by honestly posting on Instagram and putting myself out there. In this video, I'm going to give you a few tips that I've learned along the way and some things that you can do to truly get started as a social media manager with no experience at all. The first thing you want to do is decide who you want to work with. Because if you tell me, well, I want to work with new entrepreneurs, are you sure, like, that's cool, we can do that? We can do it. But at the same time, you have to think about who has the budget to fully invest in what it is you do. So I want us to dig a little bit deeper than just saying that I want to work with new entrepreneurs. So for example, you may want to work with wellness brands. Now, wellness brands it's broad, but maybe that's just something you have an interest in. But if you use something broad like wellness brands, it opens you up to a lot of different people, right? So, for example, you could work with an e-commerce brand. You could work with a fitness coach. You could work with people who do wellness retreats. You get what I'm saying? But it's all under this umbrella of wellness. Or you can niche down even more and maybe you really are into fitness yourself. You're like, okay, wellness is cool, but I'm just into fitness. So maybe you work with entrepreneurs who are fitness coaches, but maybe they also do workouts for their clients, and they do maybe they have bands. You know, people wear those like little bands around their legs and their thighs and stuff. Maybe you work with clients who have products, that type of stuff, but they're all fall within fitness and fitness only. The second thing you want to do is decide on what it is you're actually going to offer inside of your agency. Now, I'm going to tell you now, these things that you offer need to be things that you actually enjoy doing, for example, and that the client needs. But when it comes to things that you actually enjoy doing, what I mean by that is if you know you don't like engaging on clients' accounts or engaging, period, do not offer that as part of your package because your clients are going to expect for you to do that. So if you say in your package, okay, well, I'm going to do 1 hour of daily engagement. Do you really want to do 1 hour of daily engagement? That's a lot. Like, you can get a lot done with that. But maybe you say instead, okay, I really don't enjoy doing this, but I think, from my client, this fitness coach, they really do need this engagement. Like, they have some goals set that they really want to get their name out there. So it's going to be best that I put this inside these packages. So I'm going to say maybe I'll do 10 or 15 minutes of engagement Monday through Friday. That type of thing. And I want you to get very specific with it too. Like, really nail down how often you're going to be doing these things because the clients are going to ask. Like, I love when my students, they do their packages because that's one of my favorite things to do. Okay, you're going to be doing engagement. What are the hours you're going to do it? Are you going to do it on the weekends? Like, I really want you to really nail down how often you're going to be doing things and what it is you're going to do. So there is this happy medium of doing things that you actually enjoy and what the client needs. Let's say I have a client who is a baker and they were like, hey, can you send out monthly newsletters? As a social media manager, it's not necessarily your job to do emails. But if that's something you enjoy, then you can absolutely do that in your agency. But those are the things you want to nail down ahead of time. If you know you don't like doing emails, do not add it to your packages or to your services. And when a client asks you, you'll be able to say like, hey, no, unfortunately, I don't offer that, but maybe you have a referral. The next thing you want to do is set your pricing. We're here. Let's just go ahead and dig right on into it, okay? When you set your packages for social media management, you are not going to do hourly pricing. We're not doing it. We're not doing hourly. We're not going to do that. So then you may be thinking, then what do? You are going to create retainer packages for your clients. So when setting your prices, I want you to think about how much money you want to get paid each month. That's how I started mine off. Another thing you can do is you can look at what the industry rate is. I know some people start off at $500. For my students, I don't let them go lower than $800 or $850 a month for a retainer social media management package. Like that is just $850, $800. That's the lowest. We're not doing lower than that. Okay. So again, how much money do you want to make every single month? And then I want you to think about the expenses that you may incur each month. Luckily for social media managers, it's not very much, right? Like it's kind of on the lower end when you're starting out and you're able to get by without having to put all this money into it. That's just like, one of the little perks. So if this is how much money I want to make every single month, and these are my possible expenses, mind you, we're not talking about taxes and things like that we will have to incorporate because we are a legal business over here. But at a minimum, taxes, miscellaneous things, what is the profit that you can actually walk away with? Will this amount pay your bills? Will it give you the ability to travel or whatever it is that you want to do in your life? Whatever your bottom line is for having this agency, does this give you the availability and the funds to actually do that? And when you create this pricing, stand firm on it, y'all. Do not let somebody come in and lowball you and say, well, I don't think that that's really worth it. Like we're gonna talk about value in another video. We'll talk about this a little bit more. But for right now, stand firm on your pricing and believe that you got this because you got this and you can do the work. Because also we're creating packages and pricing around things that we actually want and need and like to do. The next thing is create an Instagram account for your agency. That's what I did. And honestly, that is really, really, really what got my business jumping back in 2016 when I started it. I didn't know what I was doing, but I started showing up, talking about the things that I knew and the things that I enjoyed, which was all around social media. So with you, because you're going to be niched down into who it is you're working with and what it is that you offer, it's going to be a little bit easier. So I want you to put yourself out there, put in there that you are a social media manager, who you service, and start researching trends. Start talking about what's going on in these online spaces. Start talking to exactly who it is that you want to work with. Another bonus that you can do, because I know one of the things is like, but I don't have an experience. How can I showcase something? If you want to, and I really suggest this, I'm just gonna go ahead and say it. Just go ahead and do this part. I want you to start an Instagram account about something that you're truly interested in. So an example for me, and I'm thinking about doing this. I haven't done it yet, but I enjoy roller skating, and I actually took lessons, started taking lessons a few years ago, and I kind of fell off. But what if I created an Instagram account that showed the progression and showed me having fun roller skating and things like that? Create an Instagram account about something that you actually enjoy doing, and use that as a case study to show what you are actually capable of doing. You can just try a lot of different things out to see how you can grow that account. And again, use this as a case study to show potential clients what it is that you're able to do. And the last thing I want you to consider when you're starting your social media management agency is word of mouth. Do not be afraid to tell people that not only are you a social media manager, but that you are accepting clients. That's huge because referrals for me has been one of the best things that I've done. So it may start off on Instagram and I may get a client from Instagram or social media and then they tell somebody else and then they tell somebody else. So it may start off as a follow, but because I'm posting on Instagram and they're seeing what it is I actually know how to do, they want to talk to me and they want to learn more. And the same thing can absolutely happen for you. Do not be afraid, again, to tell your friends, to tell your family, and tell them too. Say,
hey, if you hear any of your friends say anything about me as a social media manager, let them know that I got them. I'm out here. I can help them out.
So even in the beginning when you're starting out and you feel like, you may not have that experience with a particular niche, the one that you want to work with, don't be afraid. I'm not by any means telling you you can't work outside your niche, especially when you want to get that experience. Try different niches out because also what you think you may enjoy, you may not enjoy. when I started, I was like, I'm working with just dentists, and I think it was dentists and small business owners. And I chose dentists because I felt like they could afford my packages. It was a little bit difficult to sign on dentists back then, okay? So times have changed, but don't be afraid to step out of what you may have originally thought about doing and who you want to work with, just to get that experience in. So let me give you a little bit of homework. I want you to go ahead and decide on your packages, who you want to work with. I want you to start your Instagram account and get at least 3, 4, 5, 6 posts up. Okay, I want you to get started up. Do not sit around and do nothing. And then I want you to tell at least 3 people that you are doing social media management. If this video helped you at all, please let me know. Please subscribe, like, do all those little dope things that people do here on YouTube. And also, I have a social media manager checklist down below. Grab that freebie. And until next time,